What's up, guys? So, if you decided that, hey, my goal is just to make money, I really don't care if I like the app or whatever the case may be, you just decide that you want to make the most amount of money possible with apps, okay? So, the type of apps that I personally would buy, this is just off my personal experience and things like that. The apps that you would go for are apps that force people to buy force people to buy, by not forcing. Okay, it's almost like a choice, but I mean you're persuading them to buy. Okay, so an example would be this game right here. Any of the puzzle games, slot machine games, anything like that. Okay, so let me just break it down for you. Okay, so you got these apps right here. These are normally the little ones that like the little puzzle games, and basically you can play the game and they make the game hard so that way you run out of lives. Okay, then once you run out of lives, that means you have to wait. Okay, so as you can see right here, they give you 5+ moves. So let's say he had to do this right here, these down here, whatever it may be. Okay, when they do this right here, let's say they get down to one move or whatnot, and then they run out of points, okay? They can come down here and they can click any of these, and then they can buy another move or some coins or something like that for $1 to like up to $15 or $20, whatever. You can set all your prices up, okay? So then that forces them to pay money out, okay? Another way is to have it set up where they can receive coins by watching videos and stuff like that. Okay, so once they watch a video, they'll receive, 5 coins or something like that, and you're still going to get paid for that as well. Okay, so you definitely want to have that feature in there as well, because like I said, not everybody is going to pay that dollar or whatnot, and it's better to have them play the game, and he making you money off the ads than stop playing the game 100%. Okay, so basically, like I said, it all depends on how many people playing your games and things like that. But I highly recommend puzzle games and strategy games and things along those lines, okay? Or something that mimics a really strong game, like Subway Surfer. I mentioned that in the other video. That works fantastically because it's already got a name out there, okay? So basically, this is just a rip-off, knockoff version of Subway Surfer, and basically you're gonna be good to go, okay? So then you can make money off that as well. You got features that's not in the original game, okay? Um, so then, as you can see over here, let's go back and war games. If you can find any war games, building games, farming games, anything along those lines, definitely jump on it, okay? If you're just in it strictly for the money, those will make you money. It's just that simple, okay? Whether it's for iPhone or Android. If you see a game that's farming or anything like that, like anything along those lines, okay? Now, something like this, personally, I wouldn't get it because I mean it's just like jump, shoot, fire, blah blah blah. Okay, not really gonna force people. It's like this isn't a long term game, I should say. Okay, when you got a long term game, that's just what I'm calling it. It's like not what everyone calls it, but I call it learned a long term game is like, let's say you got 100 levels in your game, okay, and it's a puzzle game. People get addicted to games like that. Okay, this right here is just the pass the time type of game. Okay, so you definitely want to have you a long term game where people like they're building or something like that. Okay, so something like that, an adventure game. I mean, a jumping game, a push button game, or something like that. I personally wouldn't go for. Um, just depending on that. Like I wouldn't go for a racing game or something like that, depending on how much money it's already making. If you're just going, so as you can see right here, highly addictive. Okay, so you can go for something like this as well. Like I said though, starting off at 90, no reserve, and it's $110. So it's probably not that might work. I mean, it's just like how what's that RuneScape or whatever that game is. A lot of people are addicted to that game, and that game looks like trash. I mean, it really isn't all about looks, so either guys. So it's got to be of a balance. If it's really addictive, then I would get it. But I mean, if it's not, then it's just a crappy game that no one's gonna play. But definitely, I would recommend going for anything like in the slot machine area or the games right here, a farming game, a war game, a building game. Okay, something that's like where people have to put in money. They're forced to put in money. they're not forced, but it would be more convenient for them if they did purchase this, or if they did watch this video to get more tokens, or to get a dragon, or for all this other stuff. Okay, now for those types of games though, they're gonna cost way more money. Okay, it's just that simple. If you want to make the maximum amount of money, you're gonna have to put out much more money. So then instead of looking at $200 or $300, you're gonna be looking at like probably $2,000 to $3,000. Okay, if you go on here though, you can normally find someone selling a really good game, I mean a really good app or something like that, for like 1,500 for a buy it. Now, normally if it's like a war game or something like that, I would just buy it up for that price. Okay, so we can see this right here. Now, by war game, I don't actually mean a shooter type game. I mean a war game that's building. Okay, so this right here isn't necessarily what I mean by a war game. Okay, so good thing I ran into this so that I can clear that up. Okay, this isn't what I mean by a war game. Don't get me wrong, this is a pretty decent game. It looks nice, but at the end of the day, this is more like a pass time type of game, okay? Or if you got some friends over or something like that. I mean, you want that type of game that people can sit down and just play, okay? Especially if it's like an addictive type game, okay? Like where they build or anything along those lines. You want some type of building game, some type of gambling game, a game of chance, rewards app, something like that along those lines, okay? You don't really want to focus on a game like a game that you play. You want something that reach to higher people, or a dating app, or or something like that. Like, it just doesn't have to be just a game, guys. Like, you're just gonna have to go through and pretty much see what it is that you like. Like I said, personally, I'm not gonna buy something that I'm not going to personally use. Like, every game that I bought from here, I play. I'm not just gonna go buy a game just for the sake of buying a game. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I want to make money, but I mean, if I don't enjoy the game, I'm not going to go buy it. It's just not for me, okay? So, like I said, guys, that's pretty much it when it comes to that. You just got to look on here daily. I recommend looking on here daily, checking out the other sites as well. Like I said, mainly I use just this one, though. But, I mean, check out the other sites, see if you see anything that you like. Normally the higher ones are going to, make you more money. Like, personally, I don't really buy a lot of the newer stuff. I mean, the ones that cost like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, unless they already have a really huge, like, not really huge, but I mean, if they're already making money and they already have downloads and stuff like that. Okay, so like this one right here, fantastic app. I even messaged the guy right here or whatnot, and his bid only went up to 800. I offered them 1,000, and he said that the app was no longer for sale. Okay, so I mean, it's just that simple. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. So you can message them and you can negotiate a price and everything. Like if you find any apps like this, gift cards or anything like that, definitely the way to go. I highly recommend these types of apps because I mean they can make you a ton of money. That's the reason why they're made. It's solely designed to make you money, and for other people to make money. But like that said though, these are my number one, number two, and then you can make a lot of money off the builder games as well. Like I said, the farming games, pretty much just the stuff that's pretty addictive, guys. You got to go on the Google Play Store or something like that. Look around, see what's trending. They'll tell you right at the beginning in the App Store what games they recommend for you and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching.